Hello and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 and the Survival Series. Right, so in the last episode I did tell you it was going to snow, and you can tell that this log cabin that we've got, well, it's got cracks everywhere because, as you can see, the snow is just pouring in. It's pouring in, it's crazy. We've got loads of snow at the moment. It really has just been constant. So it's going to be tricky, it really is. You can see that I've tried to drive around and there's quite a bit. So that being said, it's going to be difficult to try and get what I want to do in this episode done, but we're going to still give it a go. We're going to try our best. So we've got the oats sitting in here, 10,000 litres from the harvest we did. Everything's pretty much just stored away now. I did do all the straw, so I windrowed that up and baled it, and this is now just sitting on here. So we've got some 5,000 litre bales. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8. I think there's 13. I think that's right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Yeah, so we've got 13 bales, which is not bad. We're going to sell all them because we don't really need anything. Even if we do get some animals, let's say we get some cows before we do anything else, and we get some straw, we're not going to have to give them bedding. That's not the main priority. We've got silage and plenty of it, just in case. I am intending to sell all that, though. And as you can see, the money has gone up a little bit from the last episode just because I did a tiny amount of logging. I have actually got 2 grass bales sitting here. Now, I do have to say that these should have, these should not be here. These should have rotted away, but because of the way the seasons is, they're just still there, still in their prime condition, so we can technically wrap them at some point when we get a wrapper. I'm not going to sell them as grass bales. I am going to wrap them when the time comes. So looking at the clearing that I've been doing over the past few episodes, it's getting quite big at the moment. We're making our way. I am heading in that direction, maybe a little bit to the left as well. But I have to say, we could probably start putting down a building very soon. Now, it's going to be difficult to even do that with the ground and the way it is. But like I did mention in the last episode, the priority of this one is going to be to get everything sold. So if we just have a quick look at the shop menu, we can have a look at what we've got and how much we're going to sell. So oats, we've got 10,000 litres, and if we have a look at the price, the best time to sell, well, the highest it says is 6.14 in December. Now we're in December right now, and as you can see, we're at 6.25 and it's climbing, so it's a perfect time to get this sold. So let's go quickly and do this. We're going to go and jump into this bad boy because it's the only thing that's going to pull this, and even then it's going to struggle. So I might just drop this off around about here. At the moment in time, we are pretty much just making our own roads because we can't see where the road was or the track. It's just, yeah, we're struggling, and it's going to be a bit of a bumpy ride, but let's go and get it sold and get some cash in the bank. And then, yeah, I don't know what the plan is. I've been trying to mull this over. I don't know whether to put a shed down. I don't know whether to invest in something like a vehicle, depending on what we can get, or some equipment. I don't know where to take it next. I just know that I do want to start building a farm, but I also want to be able to generate some money as well at the same time, without just relying on the logging side of things. I think I've gone a bit too far back for that. I'm stuck. There we go. So let's try that again. There you go. Let's put that in. Job done. So let's pull this out and we'll head up to the shop. At least we know where we're going, if we can get it to drive there. Come on, you can do this. And this is why we need a proper good 4x4 tractor at some point. So as you can tell, this is, yeah, very bumpy. Now it does seem to work better if we try and stick to patches where there's obviously fresh snow. We're going to get there, but what I'm thinking is maybe I should try and get some equipment sooner rather than later to make, to sort the snow out, because we're going to obviously live with this snow. I've set it up like that now, so we're going to have 6 months of snow like this, and I am interested to try and to do a survival series that has a bit of a tough winter time. But to do that, obviously we're going to need to get some equipment for the winter weather. Now it's not crazy prices, it really is affordable. We could get we can get a spreader, bit of salt, and we can also get well, we're going to need something on the rear because we haven't got anything that's front attachment. Looks like we're stuck a bit. If we had an automatic, then it wouldn't be as bad, I think, because sometimes I think it just drops through all the gears when it doesn't need to. Because now it's in third gear, and surely it's 6 miles an hour. You're not going to be in third gear. Now it's dropped back down to first. I think the gears are the issues I'm having right now. But anyway, I think it is probably best for me to try and get some form of snowplow. Something on the front that's going to get rid of the snow. Make a bit of a track, even if it's just around the farm or to and from the shop, because we need to sell the silage at the best time. And it is right now. That's the problem we've got. We need to sell the silage as soon as possible. There's going to be quite a lot of trips to do that. Maybe, I'd say, I don't know, we're going to be looking at quite a lot. Maybe 7, 8, 9 trips, something like that. Right, so we're getting there slowly. We really are, but we're struggling. I'm probably going to run out of fuel by the time I get there. But the hopping through the gears and just the fact that it is struggling at the two-wheel drive on this, it just hasn't got enough power for this kind of snow. So we're going to look at maybe, even if I can just maybe simulate paying £1,000 to the dealership, and if we can just use a vehicle to create a bit of a road while it's like this. Especially with this much snow. There's a crazy amount. Oh, we've picked up speed. We're on a bit of a straight now. So what I'm going to do is get to the shop. I'm either going to see if I can get anything affordable with, because obviously I need a front attachment to pretty much sort this snow out properly. If not, I'm going to pay £1,000 and then I'm going to use a vehicle just to make a clearing. And if I have to do that every year, we get some snow, then so be it until we buy our own equipment. Because, I mean, you probably don't pay £1,000 anyway. I mean, it'd be a lot less, but we're going to try our best just to try and get through this snow. But as you can see, this is taking quite a while to get here, and if we've got to do this with the silage, it's just going to be difficult because that silage is going to have more weight to it. So this is the sell point, so let's see what we end up getting. Fingers crossed it's pretty good. There we go, so we got 6,700, that's not bad. Playing on hard difficulty and only 10,000 litres, that's pretty good going. So let's go and park this up, we'll have a look in the shop and we'll try and come up with a plan of making a track to and from the farm. And then also, if we can use it going forward by getting our own piece of kit, that would be even better. But you can see how deep the snow is. It's quite a good level of snow. Ah, she still disappears every time. Right, so I'll have a quick look now, see if I can find anything. If not, we'll get a vehicle, pay £1,000, and technically we're going to hire them out to clear the roads for us. Right, so welcome back. We are £1,000 down on the money, and a little bit more because I've just fueled up the tractor. And we have a track. So we've paid £1,000, and these guys in the dealership have gone over with this absolute beast, and yeah, made sure we've got a track going to and from the farm. With us being so remote out here, it did cost quite a bit, but £1,000 is worth it because now we can get and sell the silage. Now I have to say, we'd have no hope. Now I did find a gator option, but it just wouldn't be able to do this. It's something that we're going to have to probably do each time winter comes round and we want to sell the things we're doing. We're going to have to pay the money, £1,000, and get someone to clear it for us. I think that's the best way to simulate it within a survival series, because I can't obviously buy a tractor like that, anything close to that yet. So the best way to do, like I said, is just pay for it as if it was a privilege that we have to pay for, with us being so remote. But we do have a track now, and as you can see, this is quite deep snow. It really is, and it's made for a nice track anyway, going to the farm. Now I did make it around the silage pit as well, and I also did it going into the farm itself. or where the house is. So let's get back to the bunker. We're going to take the sheet off, we're going to have a look at the silage, and we're going to start selling it, and hopefully by the end we'll have enough money to buy something. That's what I'm trying to do. We're trying to buy something. So all that hard work that I've put into this series so far, we're going to try and get something back from it, and hopefully, you never know, we can get a shed, maybe something to do with animals. I think that might be the best bet. I know we can buy maybe a bit beefier tractor, but I think silage is going to be a really good earner, so I do want to like maybe look at a wrapper as well at some point. But I do think the main aim has got to be to build up a farm. So if we can definitely get one building, even if it's just an equipment shed or even a small pasture of some sorts, then I think I'll be really happy with that, and it'll be a good step in the right direction going forward. Alright, so here we are back at the farm. So let's get filling this silage into this trailer. It gives a good idea as well, this first load, how much we're going to get, because we have got quite a bit to sell. So I think probably the best bet would be to maybe just pull it over here and we can fill it from that side, and then we can reverse it back down. I think that might be the best thing to do. Let's just turn that off, save a bit of fuel, and there you go. So we've opened the sheet, and as you can see, we've got a big pile of silage next to a big pile of snow. So let's have a look to see how much we've got. We have 81,000 litres of silage. So let's get loading this in. This is, like I said, going to be a pretty long-winded task for us, but it's going to be worth it hopefully in the end. The silage is some good money. There we go. It's the first 2,000 litres. Might need to pull that tractor forward a little bit more. So I'm starting to think that maybe this trailer needs to be configured for silage. And there's nothing in it, so it's not like it's got snow in it. Let's try that once more, because we might have to go to the workshop here and just change the configuration of this. Yep, I think we need to. It looks like it's not accepting silage currently. So let me go and change the configuration of this, and then we can get this sorted out. Right, so there we go. So that worked. So I've just changed the configuration. It cost me £350, but at least we own now this configuration and the other one for like grain in the trailer. So it's not too bad, and maybe we can hold a little bit more. We'll see how much this holds. It might make things a little bit easier. I'm not entirely sure though, because the other configuration was the most costly. So that's 4,000 litres. Put the beacon on, keep it safe. Got to think about safety, especially in this snow. I don't think I've ever done any work like this in this much snow before, I'll be honest, on FS. This is extreme weather. So that's 6,000. It seems like we've still got quite a bit of room. Now I think the other capacity of my original configuration on the trailer was about 20,000. So it might be the same. It's looking like it's around the same. This will be 10, so let's just jump in and see what it says. If it's around 50%, then we know what the configuration is. So it's a little bit over, so maybe we're getting just under the 20,000 mark, which isn't a problem. I mean, when you think about it, that isn't many trips at all, actually, if we've only got 80 odd. So this shouldn't take too long. I think the longest part of it will be using this wheel loader to load in. But so far so good. Now, I've got to try and sell this as soon as possible, really, because the price was going down on silage. And then as soon as we sold all this silage, we're going to go and sell that straw as well. And then we'll actually have a good idea of how much money we've got and what we're going to buy. It's going to be difficult to see where we're placing anything if we do get a shed or something, because of the fact there's too much snow on the ground. But we'll try and wing it and see what it looks like. Right, so we're full at 15,000 litres, so it does hold a little bit less than the other configuration, but 15,000 litres isn't too bad. We're probably looking around 6 trips, I'd say. Now that could be worse, it really could. And now that we've got a nice track, we don't have to go so slow, we can actually max out at 18 miles an hour, which will make things considerably easier than what it would have been before. So what I'll do now is I'll go sell this, and I'll cut back in when I'm just about to get to the sell point so we can see how much we're going to get and have a good idea of then how much money we're going to pick up from all this silage. And then I might do a bit of a time lapse, because I don't usually do many time lapses, but I think this job is a perfect job for a time lapse, because if I do use course plate or auto drive, for example, and that's obviously going to cost me some money, and there's no reason why I can't do this on a time lapse. Right, so the moment of truth is upon us. How much are we going to get for selling this silage? Now I do think it is this one over here to sell the silage, because that's the one that I've taken the bales to, so I imagine it is. There we go. So 15,000 litres of silage is going to give us... It's looking good so far. Still going. Right, so we've picked up £2,800 from that, which is, I mean, it's nominal. We're probably going to get over obviously the 10,000 mark. We're going to be over 40,000, which means we're definitely going to be able to get some sheds at least. Now, overall, that isn't too bad, but you've got to remember the majority of that is still coming from logging. And I think it is always going to be, especially early days, our main source of income. But at least we're trying different things and not just doing logging. We're doing some silage. We can obviously grow another crop type. As soon as the snow's disappeared, we can get work on the fields. Same with the grass. We can try and do a bit more silage. I probably need a bigger bunker or even another one. That might be a good idea, but then again, if I was doing that, I'd probably want a bigger tractor, a bigger trailer, because it's already quite a few trips and quite a bit of work just to sell the amount of silage we've got. So I think before I put another bunker down, it probably is best to have the money there to as well invest in some bigger and better machinery. Right, so I'm nearly back at the farm, ready to fill up the second load. Now, thinking about if I should do a time lapse, it might not be a very good idea, because the video has gone on. I've been recording for quite some time, and I'm thinking that I do want to put some placeables down as well within the video, so it might not be the best idea to do a time lapse, because it is just going to be a lot of me driving up and down a long road. So what I'll do is I'll crack on with this. I'll get pretty much all of it sold. I might keep a little bit just in case we do get any animals, but I will try my best to get the majority of it sold. And then also the bales. I'll cut back in when I'm selling the bales, and then hopefully by then as well I've sold maybe another 4 or 5 loads of this, and then we'll focus on trying to upgrade the farm. Right, so welcome back. That's just taken me some serious time, it really has, but I got there in the end, and that's the main thing. So we're now sitting at 44,807. I hope I'm not going to get stuck here. Probably am. Just trying to get these straw bales. There we go. I think we're alright. Just about made it. This weather is pretty extreme. This is some extreme snow. But yeah, like I said, 44,807. That's actually a bit more than what I calculated. Maybe my brain wasn't switched on when I was trying to calculate how much income, sorry, we'd get from the silage. But it's done alright. We really have. So when I've sold these straw bales, I'll be able to tell you exactly how much money we've made combined with the silage, the straw and the oats. There's 65,000 litres of straw as well on this trailer. That was a lot of straw to come from that field, a lot more straw than we got for oats, so it would make me laugh if we actually made more money from the straw, from the oats, than we actually made from the oats itself. That would be quite strange. I doubt it, but you never know. I mean, this is a lot of straw. And then as soon as we've done this, we'll have a look exactly where we're at money-wise, and yeah, we'll get something placed down. I'm still not decided what it is yet. I think I need to look through the shop and have a look what my options are with the money we've got, and then hopefully we pick something good. I would like to get some animals, maybe some sheep. Preferably I would like to get some cows, because we can make silage to feed them. Now I have sold all the silage, didn't keep any, which was probably a mistake, but then we're going to have to buy the cows anyway, so we could just try and time it. Even if we get like a mini cow pasture or something along them lines, we could make some silage around the same time as we're going to get some cows. And I am going to buy them at the right age. I'm not going to wait for them to start producing milk, because milk's such a good earner. I think it just makes sense to buy them at the higher cost, but which means that they're going to be ready to start producing milk straight away, and we don't have to wait around. And then they're obviously going to reproduce as well, and that's going to be a bonus, because it means that we'll get more milk income, and we can definitely keep up with the feed with the silage anyway. We're not going to be able to give them TMR straight away. We're going to have to obviously wait for that. We need to probably generate a few other things and get a feed mixer before we get down that path. I mean, we can get obviously straw from whatever crop we do next. Obviously we can do silage and hay, so it's not the problem isn't the feed, it's probably buying the mixer. There's a plane going over. Won't that be that? Is it a helicopter? Do you know that's the first time I've ever seen that? I wouldn't like to be that helicopter trying to land in this weather. Right, so we're nearly there. One thing that I didn't mention at the start of the video that I probably should point out is I did sell the harvester. So I did sell that and the header, just because it wasn't going to work out at that speed. Some people did mention just like modifying it in the XML, but I thought I probably would prefer just to get something else. Maybe there's some really nice mods as well, some harvester mods, so I think it just makes sense to do that. So we have sold that. So originally the money did go up because I obviously chopped a couple of trees down, but also because I sold that harvester. So we do need to keep that in mind, that we're going to probably have to do some more logs before the next harvest to get another harvester. But we can set that as a target at some point. So let's try and sell these bales. So we got 3,000, which makes sense. We're not going to get more than the that we did for the actual oats itself, but 3,174 is, yeah, it's pretty good going. So we're now sitting at 47,981, so pretty much around 48,000, and I think that's some good money, especially for our first harvest, first batch of silage and so on. We have done well. So let's jump over to the farm quickly. So if we go up here, we don't need to drive back. I've done enough up and down driving, so I want this one, and we can visit that. And then let's get ourselves a building, some sort of shed. I don't know where the best place. I know this is all flat. We do have to avoid the logs that I've still got left in the field over here. I was having an issue with these where I couldn't delete them, but it seems like that's working now. So let's just quickly do that, so we don't have to worry about that. I think there might be 3 lying around somewhere. There we go, that's the second one. No, I think there's one hiding in the bush. There's definitely one in a bush somewhere. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not then. I thought there was, but obviously there isn't. Right, so let's get something. We're going to obviously drive in over here. Now, we can put it just over here, something. That would be perfect, and also over there. So let's have a quick look at what we've got on offer. Right, so we're in the menu right now. We're looking at the sheds. Now, I think sheds is a good bet. Now, I have got quite a few mods now available to me, so this doesn't have to be, you know, something. I mean, that's not bad for 17,000. But that's 5,000. We've already got one of them. They're 25. So we're going to be looking at prices here. That's 1,000. It's already got a snow mask on it. It's not too bad as well. 2,000 for that. I think that's a bargain. That really is a bargain. I think that's a no-brainer. We're going to have to get this for £2,000, and I think if we just plonk it, maybe... I think I'm standing in the way over there, but if we just try and plonk it about there, I'm happy with that. £2,000 for that. Got some more here, £3,000 vehicle garage. Another one here. The original one from the map. It's 1,000. This is 5,000. And that is a small storage shed. I do like them. I do like these. These are pretty nice. And then there's this one. What's this one? This is called a storage shed for implements. So we could technically put something like that. I mean, I like the fact it's got a nice snow mask to it. We could put just about there, I'd say. And then if we need to chop down the trees behind, we can always do that at some point. So I think we've now got quite a bit of storage. We haven't spent much money, which is good to see. These are... I don't know what that is. I think that's just for show. For front-loaded tools. Don't know. So I think, do you know what? I think for where we are, that's not bad going at all. So let's have a look, because we haven't got a silo or anything like that, but we don't need to buy one of them. But I'm just trying to think about having a more suited bunker. I mean, we won't want to put it in here, but it's nice to know that we can afford one. Yeah, I definitely don't want to put it in here because of the fact that it's going to, as a hayloft, that might be good, useful. And at least we know we can get a silo for only £8,000. I mean, that's actually not bad. I think that might be a good idea to do. I really do. And what I can do is, because we're going to chop some trees down in that direction anyway, I could technically put it around here. And then at some point we're going to have to drive... Yeah, we're going to have to chop these trees down anyway, because I think that's the direction that I wanted to go in, like up here. So I could put this in. I think that should be fine there. Let's just make sure. Because we're not going to put anything here till our next harvest. We need a harvester anyway and all that stuff beforehand. But I can chop down these trees before we do that. So I'm going to plonk that there. I think that looks good. And at the end of the day, we're not going to get a fancy silo. I mean, this one's 75,000. But I think that's pretty good. Farm silo, that was only 5,000, but I think that's a bit too cheap for what it is. Whereas that's 8,000, and you can see why, because of the price of it. Yeah, so I'm happy with that so far. I think that's perfectly fine. So the next thing I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to have a look at animals. And I'm going to mainly look at cows, because I'm hoping there's something in our price range. But there isn't. I mean, I would really like that. I mean, that's 67,000, but look how well that suits this farm. Plonk it there, be perfect. I think that has to be something we target. Something to do with cows over here. We've got a sheep one here for 7,000. That's not bad at all. And again, an open sheep range, but we don't want it to be open. I have to say, why don't we get some sheep over here, and then at some point when we've got the money and we've expanded out in that direction with the trees, we can put that one that stands out for the... it says not enough money, 7,000. Oh, that's right, I was on the wrong one. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to place the sheep pasture down here, and then when we've obviously got the money, we've expanded out a bit more, we can put the other one down, the cow barn, because I do like that, but it is quite expensive. So I'm thinking about the best way to do this now. So we're coming in this direction, we make a track over here, we can also make it going around here, and it can span up, so all this space over here is going to be free. Now, I think it probably would suit more to have it sitting around there. And that hasn't terraformed too bad. That's actually pretty good. I'm happy with that. So we're going to get... these sheep are going to give us some more. So we do need to get some sheep and some silage. Mainly hay, really, for these. And then we also need to get some water, but we've got a water tank, so we don't need to worry about that. But look at that. Look how good that's turned out. We've got something in here. I might need to flatten that land a bit to store some equipment. We've got another place over here to store some equipment. Do we have lights? I mean, it looks like there's some lights up there. Maybe they're automatic. There's a piece of wood just sitting here. There we go. So I'm glad we've got a lot more storage space. Look at how this needs sorting out. So I'm going to have to sort out the terraforming, but obviously I can't do much right now because of the snow. But I will make it flatten. Yeah, I'll flatten it out a little bit more so it looks better. And then we're going to start chopping some trees in this direction to make some more money. But then that needs sorting out as well. That's doesn't look the best there. It really doesn't. Yeah, but I'll sort that out. I'll get that smoothened out. But I have to say, we have just expanded quite a bit. We really have. So I'm guessing this is where the wall should come out, or over this side, but we'll find out as we get some sheep. But overall, it's pretty good going. It really is. And I think that's a good point to end the video on. We've now got some sheds and some buildings. Like I said, I will be sorting out the land around and get it all smoothened out. And hopefully in the next episode, because we've sold everything now, will be around the time when the snow's dissipated and we can start doing some more field work. But on that note, I'm going to leave the video there. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up because that really does help my channel out. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.